Chicken Little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. Art and Blow coming through with the truth. Keep it 100, that's the only rule. Every week, bring something you ain't know. Hot topics, that's the name of the show. Hit us with a like, follow, share, and a cash app coming to your player. Chicken Little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. It's time to tell the truth. 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 It's time to tell the truth.
Guess who's back? Your boy Art, my sidekick Blue. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. You do not, I want to reiterate that, you do not want to miss this episode. We're talking about the things that was happening, the things been happening throughout this week. I mean, everybody was mad at the State of the Union. Everybody was mad at the war going on. I think we stay mad about everything, Blow. I mean, dog.
Yeah, we do, man. You already know it's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563 at highlight at everyone. Like the page, put your cash apps up. You can watch us live on YouTube as well at Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word. Tonight's topic is, we're just going with it, time to tell the truth.
Bet that up. Blow, all week long, man. First of all, it started with the State of the Union. I mean, I seen you posting all week, man, about this thing. I seen you going off, man, because the Democrats wouldn't stand up, man, when they asked them who come first in this country. I don't know whether people think they stay in another country or where they think they stay. I mean, where they think they live at?
My biggest thing is I can't believe that the people are actually standing with that. I can't see that they not upset about that. Because at the end of the day, they being selfish and then they feelings and emotional because they hate a person so bad. You hate Trump so bad because basically they denounced Americans. They sat right up there in front of everybody and said that somebody that's not even supposed to be over here come before you. And my thing with the Democrats is, and one thing with the American people, we can't forget, they are mere representatives. That's all they are. They are representatives appointed from state to state by us. We voted you in. The American citizens, they swear up and down. That's how I know that the biggest lie that they tell, they'll be like, oh, well, illegals can't vote. It's a felony if an illegal vote. It's illegal for illegals to vote. I can't tell because ain't nowhere in the world you go side with somebody who vote don't count.
Yeah, I get it, man. But I mean, they stood with everybody else. Who haven't heard of taking care of your home first? I mean, come on, man. You don't live nowhere else. I done said it before. I wasn't born nowhere else. Hey, Jackie, we see you out there. What's going on? We're glad you joined in today. Hey, we just talking about what's been going on this week, man. We starting with that State of the Union. You know what I'm saying? That State of the Union was something stupid, man, because the Democrats don't want to even acknowledge. I ain't never seen hatred for one person so bad, man, except Jesus Christ.
Me either. I mean, my thing is, I mean, we could just go through a list of the stuff they didn't stand for. Most of them didn't stand for the hockey team. So what do the hockey? You hate Trump so bad, you hate the people because he invited you. You hate them because he invited them to the ceremony, to the State of the Union. Come on now. They ain't stand for the hockey team. Then they didn't stand for the little girl that was in the car. They got hit by the tractor trailer. They didn't stand for the fact that Trump said that no illegals can no longer get a CDL license in America.
Yeah.
They didn't stand for the 100-year-old man.
Yeah. They absolutely didn't stand for the little girl that they took her from her home, didn't tell her parents, changed her into a boy, made her go stay in a boy's home, and the parents couldn't do nothing about it. Man, I'm talking about this. Is that a policy? Where'd that come from? I'm just saying, man, the thing is terrible.
Exactly. That's crazy. That's crazy. They turned this girl into a boy and then made her go stay in an all-boys home.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
Nobody stood.
Yeah. This is the type of policies. See, one thing about it, when you start asking people, what are the Democrats' policies? What are the policies they bringing about? The first thing they say is hate Trump. That's not a policy, man. I'm just gonna tell you. That's not a policy, blow. Hate Trump is not a policy. Hate Trump don't help America.
No, it's not no policy.
Yeah, come on, man. When you ask them about a policy, they want to say, well, we want men and women's sports. What kind of policy is that? Or they turn around, yeah, and do something crazy like that. I'm just saying, man, that's your policy. They ain't putting out one policy on the table, and they running toward the midterms election. They hasn't putting out one policy forward on what they want to do. I mean, they could have put this stuff out there. You could have put out no tax on tips. You could have put out no tax on Social Security. You could have put out getting the people out of the country. You could have did this. You got a whole Kamala Harris running for president, and she didn't mention not one policy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like you said, it's ludicrous. And the people didn't the people didn't want to stand for, I mean, you could take the most basic things, they wouldn't stand for it. Like, how can you be a Democrat if you up there and you hear Trump saying that he deeming fentanyl to be a weapon of mass destruction, and all of us done seen up our timeline, done had a family member or a friend of a friend die to this mess, and they ain't even stand up for that. Come on now, fentanyl is taking people out.
Yeah, absolutely. They're taking people out, and I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like it. That's the worst drug ever been around. You know what I'm saying, man? That's ludicrous to even have that type of a drug in our midst that could just kill you with the touch. And I've seen it. I mean, I've seen police go into cardiac arrest just by looking through somebody's bag.
Yeah, they're fentanyl crazy. It's taking people out left and right. I mean, you got overdoses with 3-4 people on the same drug, and they find all of them in the car dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
take out a lot of life.
I mean, that's the type of stuff we're dealing with, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. It takes out a lot of lives quicker than you think. Exactly. It definitely, and it should be a weapon of mass destruction. That's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can take out a lot of people, man. Look, I've had at least 3 cousins of mine, young cousins, leave with that stuff, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, it never should be. And yeah, I believe it's stopping that mess. You know, and I believe if you put your hands on it, you got to be an absolute nutcase.
Yeah, you must don't want to live because that stuff don't miss. No. You get enough of that in your system, you gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't take much. And that's the problem. And, you know,
I think go ahead, Art.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man, we need to start tightening up. We need to start looking at the policies, stop hating the person, and look at the policies of what's going on out here. I mean, yeah, everybody that I asked, they agree that men shouldn't be in women's sports. They agree, you know, with not putting taking little boys' penises off and little girls' breasts off. Everybody agree with this stuff, but you still want to put these people in place. I don't understand it. Make me understand that, bro. Yeah, just make me understand it.
Yep, I don't get it myself, man. I don't. But like you've been said, and like we already know, it's just coming to a point where we know people hate Trump more than they love America. And that's what it boils down to.
Yeah. You can hate somebody worse than your own kids. You mean to tell me you'll sacrifice your own child because you hate somebody? I mean, you'll sacrifice everything. You'll burn down the house because you hate somebody. You'll burn down your own house because I hate you so bad. I'm going to tell you something. That's what happened during Black Lives Matter. You burnt down all your own neighborhoods, okay, because you mad. You didn't go to the affluent neighborhoods and burn that down. You had somebody up there in Minnesota like Tim Walz wife opening the window talking about she just wanted to smell the smoke of the buildings burning. Well, while she was in her house, how come she couldn't smell the smoke of her house burning down? Smell that smoke.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to smell that smoke.
Yeah, if you go over there, you ain't gonna smell that smoke. It's just like Martha's Vineyard. When they sent all when my man down in Florida, Ron DeSantis, sent all them illegals over there to Martha's Vineyard, they had the National Guard out there. Let me tell you something, man. They had the National Guard out there the next day getting them people up out of there. But they want to make you think that it's a bad thing to try to get people up out of here. No, just get them out from where I live. You want to come and dump them in the black neighborhoods. Why don't you go dump them in the white neighborhoods? They don't want you to do that. If you start dumping them over there, then it's going to be a problem. But they want to dump them in the inner cities, in the black neighborhoods and stuff like that, and then make you fight with the people. You know, now y'all won. It's crazy.
But my thing is, as a Democrat, I don't understand how you could be so delusional to try to make every excuse for them not standing for the American people. Well, then they stood up for the insider trading thing because they all know they're guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
Each and every one of them stood up when he said no Congress members should be involved in insider trading. Everybody stood up.
Yeah, they had to stand up because they know if they wouldn't, they know that you could just spot the easy one that's out there doing it. So they had to stand up. Yeah, but they should have felt like that when it comes to the question about the American people. How can you feel like you don't have to stand up for that? Well, Blow, because the numbers ain't bearing that out. You got to look at it. It's 51 million, 51.8 million immigrants in this country. Those are not just immigrants. Those are voters. And the Democrats think that's they voters. Okay? That's more than it is black people. It's only 48.9, I think, or 48.2 million blacks in America. So the immigrants outweigh the blacks. Now we are no longer the majority minority. We are the minority. So when you start looking at it like that and you're looking at it like voters, darn right they're not going to stand up because they want those people to stay. They feel like it's their people. I don't understand how black people just think that everybody's got to just vote Democrat. I can't have another opinion. Now you mad at me. You know, I can't see it a different way and you mad at me.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know where that come from. I got to do it this way. Or if I don't, I'm standing against you. When I don't see it that way, when ain't no way you for me, when everything you doing is against me.
It don't make no sense. And it's written, it's all in the policy. Like if you look at their policy, it's like it's something that nightmares are made of. You got stuff that include transgenders dancing in classrooms, and now you got 4 and 5-year-olds reading books about the flaps on their wet box, and you got all these people doing all this. You got D. Wade winning court cases to say that his little boy can identify as a little girl when the mama just want him to have to wait till she turn 18.
Yeah,
like exactly. I mean, this foolishness.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got them making laws, man, that can take a kid away from their parent if they don't agree with the child, saying that they want to be a boy or a girl when they ain't even big enough to make a decision on whether they can go to school or not.
That's crazy. Like he said, these people are crazy. You heard me say, these people are crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah, they crazy, man. Stop playing with me.
They ain't stand for the girl that got attacked on the train here in Charlotte.
Yeah, I know.
And then you got jokers saying, "Oh well, Blow, how you feel about he called out your city?" And he should have called him out. Man, that joker done been locked up 14 times. They done let him out to kill.
Yeah, come on, man. That's too many times. I mean, that's just too many times. It's ridiculous. Yep. You know, now
I mean, that's a mental health issue.
Yeah, that's where he should have been getting some help. Why come you didn't lock him up and get him some help? That's where he need to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of them like that. You know, I'm a firm believer in the MK Ultra program anyway. That man, they just be scooping these people up, taking them, doing something to them. They can make them do what they want to do. Think I'm playing if you want to. Yeah, think I'm playing if you want to.
I believe it's some
they can do that. They can do that. They got stuff to do that with. I mean, they can make you just do what they want you to do. You're doing it now. I mean, you could be all against all this stuff they're doing, but you still go down there and you just act like a zombie and say, well, that's Democrat. I got to vote for that. No way around it for no reason. I mean, you have no explanation behind it except hate Trump. You don't say nothing about the policies and all of this stuff. That stuff is irrelevant.
The Trump accounts and the American academies and the no tips on this, no tax on this, like putting money directly in your pocket.
Yeah, they don't care. The low gas prices, the low egg prices, all of this stuff that you can start naming off. That ain't nobody else.
Because like you've been said, the cheap gas prices, that's what affect the grocery store more than anything. Transporting that stuff to get it there.
Exactly. When you got fuel prices up, it costs more to get there. You know what I'm saying? It costs all the way down the chain. When that happens, when your fuel prices and all prices go up, that go all the way down the chain. Ain't nothing you got that a truck didn't bring it to you some kind of way. It's been on the truck before you got it. So if you realize that and recognize that and knowing it had to come from one place to another, and that cost and the costs go up when fuel go up, all that stuff come down and drive everything else. Everything basically that you got is petroleum based, made with some type of petroleum. It came through a petroleum process. Some petroleum was used. So when that stuff go up, man, it just skyrockets everything. And people got to understand that.
You're right.
Yeah.
So overall, I think he did a great job at the State of the Union address. I mean, he did make some. One thing I noticed about Trump is he calculated. What I mean by he calculated is he'll make a small mention of something, and then the next 2 days you will see him act on it. Just like I remember where he was like, "Well, I just want to address something that's going on in Nigeria right now. They got, Muslims over there, Hamas over there killing Christians, and I don't agree with that, and it needs to stop." And then 3 days later, he done bombed Nigeria and hit them people. He made a small mention at the State of the Union. He said that we bombed Iran years ago and wiped out their nuclear thing they were trying to do. But I'm hearing that they trying to rebuild and come back stronger than ever. And I'm not gonna allow that, especially from a country that always utters death to America. And then a few days later, we bombed Iran. We killed the leader over there in Iran. What's your thoughts on that, Art?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Blow. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with going over there. I don't agree with doing nothing over in the Middle East. I'm the type of person that's saying that we should be minding our own business. They never had a weapon that could reach the United States. They never had a weapon that could even get over here, nowhere near over here. If they did, it'd be shot down long before it got here. They had nothing that they could do to reach us. So they really wasn't a real threat to us, period. I mean, they would be a
let me ask you something. So let me ask you this. So what's wrong with him making a move on them while they pretty much weak to attack us in the name of freeing their people from the dictatorship that they was under?
Well, it's a lot of dictators around the world. What we supposed to do? Go all the way around the world just trying to free people? We're not the world's police. And that's why I don't agree with it. We're not the world's police. Mind your business. That's them folks' business over there. Let them handle it like they handle it. I feel like Trump has already been manipulated by Netanyahu. We shouldn't have never agreed and got into that Gaza mess. Netanyahu destroyed them people, man. They created a genocide over there, man, and kill up all them people. You see what I'm saying? We should never have nothing to do with that clown. It was part of the Greater Israel Project. Look it up. The Greater Israel Project was to take all those countries over there. Israel go and take all those countries over there with the help of us, kill off all these people. All of this stuff was part of it. Even when Barack Obama went over there and killed my man over there who was trying to get new currency and stuff like all that stuff was the Greater Israel Project. All of that, even over in Syria.
Gaddafi.
Yeah, Gaddafi. All that stuff was part of the Greater. It's going back over 20 years. The Greater Israel Project went back for 20 years. They've been trying to accomplish this thing the whole time. And they ain't been us. It's been doggone Israel and Netanyahu. He's been in charge over there the whole time. The man is evil. He ain't no earthly good. And I can tell you that right now. You know, Israel is all right as a nation or a country to me, but this man that's running the place ain't no earthly good. That's a fact. Anytime you go over there and just kill millions and millions, kill all them people and kids over there, just bombing that place and leveling that place for no good earthly reason. No, I don't agree with that. So I don't agree with us going into Iran. There was no threat to us. They couldn't do nothing with Israel as it was. It was just part of that greater Israel project that Netanyahu and them been working on. I mean, we got to understand that. So I don't agree with us being in Iran. I don't agree with freeing the people. Let them free their doggone self. Stay out of the world. I'm just saying.
Well, my thing is, I gotta disagree with you on that, because I think it levels the playing field at home, because now you got people now you got somebody of real life, and you might have a real life fight on your hand now, because you got one group of people over there marching to keep illegals over here in the country who over there anti-Trump, and then you got people out there that's marching in the behalf of Trump, that love Trump, that's saying, thank you, Trump, for freeing our nation that's been, under this dictatorship for 47 years. And these people is marching around in the same cities on two different sides of the pendulum now.
Yeah, I get that. And I understand that those people are happy because they freed. But I mean, where is that going to stop at? There's a lot of dictators out there. Where you want the next liberation? You want to go to the next spot? I mean, half of them hate Trump and half of them love him.
I seen a couple of Cubans saying it's their turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We can't go around.
Go ahead and come on down through there now.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. We can't go around the world, man, policing the world. These people got their own ways. They got their own cultures. They got their own stuff. Let them work it out. They've been working out without us. We coming in always jumping in something. We went over there. Just think about it, man. We went to Iraq. We jumped over there, killed Saddam Hussein and his family, over some weapons of mass destruction that never was, and they still looking for them same weapons right now. They ain't none. That's what I'm saying. They still over there looking for weapons of mass destruction right now. Stop it, man. You see what I'm saying? We just going around getting all these people and changing their regimes and stuff like that, basically stealing something. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's time to stop that foolishness, stay out of this stuff, come home, take care of the home front. It's a lot to do over here that we ain't done yet. You trying to police that, and you ain't locked up nobody over here yet. All these people over here done committed treason. All these heads of officials done committed, James Comey, all these people over here that need to be locked up, even Nancy Pelosi. Okay, that's where we ought to be focused at. I get that over there, but let's take care of this. Then you can think about doing something else. That's just all what I'm saying.
I feel you on that. Let me ask you a quick question, because I had a talk with a family member today, and we was talking about the Epstein files. If it's nothing really in there on Trump, is there anything in there on anybody? Is there people that there's stuff in those files that the what's the lady in charge of pressing charges against them people? Is it known? No. What's the
no, Pam Bondi. You talking about Pam
Bondi? Yeah. Is Pam Bondi supposed to be? Is there any charges that Pam Bondi need to be bringing up that she not getting the job done?
Absolutely. She's not getting the job done. There's plenty of charges she ought to be bringing up. These people is resigning. They resigning from different places. This Lutnick guy, he's resigned. Pritzner's, his brother, that was the head of some big corporation, he just resigned. People is quitting and resigning these spots and stepping down right now because they know they're in them Epstein files, messing with children. It's on videotape. They got the people. They just not arresting them. Pam Bondi is not arresting these people, and nobody else has arrested them people. Don't get it twisted. This ain't the first time the files been looked at. They've been looked at ever since Obama. But ain't nobody been held accountable and arrested. If Trump would have been, let me make myself perfectly clear. If Trump had been in them Epstein files, it would have been out there. Pictures and all with him, with little people. Man, they tried to kill the man, lock him up, do everything, put him in jail.
Not even that. Not even that. The Democrats, they sick, man, because
Yeah.
you got victims out, this Epstein victims. They trying
Yeah.
to make the Epstein victims Trump victims. You can't
Yeah. I
make
know.
just because Epstein did something. I'm gonna tell you something. I come from a place, and and you come from the same place or not too far from it, Art. We
Right.
all grew up around people that was up to no good. What they was doing
Right.
don't mean I do it and I was doing it.
Right. Yeah. But
That's
we hung
it.
with them. Yeah. But we still were friends with them.
Exactly.
I knew a lot of
we
people
got
wasn't up
people
to
that
no
done
good.
do some
I didn't do what
crazy
they did.
outlandish stuff. Hey, and we know some people that if they had some files, our name will be in the files.
Yeah,
But we
exactly.
ain't did none of the foolishness.
That they did, right? But we were hanging
Exactly.
around. I mean, we seen them. Yeah, we was with them.
Exactly. I got a best friend. If he had some files out, good gosh almighty, his files ain't looking good at all.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
and Blow name all. Hey, look, my name probably in his files as many times as Trump name in the Epstein files, and I ain't did nothing.
yeah, mine too. And I get what you're saying, but that's why ain't nobody, not Trump, ain't been locked up or ain't nothing. They ain't released nothing on Trump because it wasn't nothing never to release. They can't just make up something because they won't have nothing to substantiate it with. So I mean, we'll get that clear right there. Trump ain't in the files doing nothing, or somebody. Look, man, Trump got people, enemies working beside him and enemies working out there. That's where Trump been. Trump been had the enemies. He got enemies within right now. Let me tell you something. Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, all his DOJ is corrupt. The CIA, Ratliff, he's corrupt. These people are against Trump. They're not with Trump. Trump think they with him because he on their team. People got to understand they not with him. If they had something to leak out on him, they would already leak it out. They just don't have it. That's the whole thing about it. Why you think Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, and
everybody knows though. Ain't it safe to say that everybody knows this. Everybody knows that if they had something on Trump, Trump would be gone. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Everybody knows if they had something on Trump, he'd be gone.
Look, man, they went and released this man's
You there are.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. They went and released this man tax things. That was illegal. He said he's suing the people for $20 billion right now for releasing his taxes. Somebody did that. It was somebody responsible for doing that. They was never supposed to do that. That was some intel people, man. That was some FBI inside people that released those things. Couldn't nobody else get to it but the government. They did that. So if they had something to release or sneak and release, they would have been did it. They had the files. They could have been did it. Them people did not like Trump, man, period. They still don't. He got people right now working against him within the FBI, within the CIA, and within the DOJ right now working against him. Yeah, why you think they ain't locked up James Comey? Why you think all these people ain't been locked up right now that committed treason? I mean, these people committed treason against the country. They spied on a sitting president. They spied on Congress. How come these people ain't locked up, man? Come on, man. You got to think about it. That's because the DOJ is not Trump's people. They actually working against him, but pretending to work with him. All they doing is stalling for time, Blow. Trump get out of there. They ain't locking up nobody. That's why the American people is so mad. The people that understand this and understand what's going on, they really pissed off like me. I'm pissed off because you ain't locking up nobody. I know you ain't locking up nobody. I know Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche and them. They the ones stopping the freaking SAVE Act right now. Todd Blanche is stopping the SAVE Act. You know what the SAVE Act is. That's to make sure everybody got an ID and prove they're a citizen to vote. And you got Republicans that's blocking that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got people that's working against him that's saying that he's on their side. I know good and well if it was something in there that haven't leaked out. He got too many moles running around.
So it's something I wanted to talk to you about. And me, like I said, I was having a talk today with one of my family members, and they brought up a good point. And this is a point that I really want to touch bases on with you. So basically what's going on is, it's like, okay, so the identity of the Trump supporter is like, I think people see it as KKK or the Proud Boys or the people that rednecks that wave the Confederate flag. And then on our side, maybe me and you, maybe we could see the Democrats is representing the LGBTQ or the people with tattoos on their face and all this craziness, all this crazy stuff. All right. So my question is, do each party get a bad rep from the normal person because of who they think their president is representing? If that makes sense. All right. So my question basically is this. So if I'm a Republican, me and you, we're not rednecks. You know, we're not with the Proud Boys, we're not KKK, we black men. We regular black men. So for somebody else that's from the opposite side and see me and you supporting this, can you see how it give us a bad look? Because it's like we supporting a president that his people, he stands for that group of people, the Confederates or the KF or the KKK or the Proud Boys or something like that. But then you got people like me and you that's looking at the Democrats like, okay, they just doing a whole bunch of homosexual stuff. They standing for the illegal. They standing for this. But they got normal people over there that don't agree with none of that foolishness over there too. How do we get on the same page with them?
Well, we fit on the same page with them as far as conservatives. The only reason we fit on the same page with the KKKs and with the rednecks and all of this stuff that you're talking about, we really don't fit in their category. We fit in the conservative side. They just so happen to be conservative. Now, if you understand what conservative is, then you could understand where me and you said that. Conservative values. Okay, one conservative value meaning, okay, we like this country of America. I can't help it if the KKK like America. You know what I'm saying? I can't help that. Yeah, okay, I like a man and a man. I can't help it if the KKK like a man being a man. That's just what I like. I ain't said I like the KKK, but I just like a man being a man. Okay, all them values is lining up. That's the whole point. You know, people over there, they don't care whether a man is a man or not. They just hate this KKK. I ain't got nothing to do with the KKK, but I got something to do with a conservative value. See, now, Donald Trump, for instance, he might not like the KKK. He just got conservative values. These people been voting for somebody. You got to understand that. They just ain't, they done voted for somebody. Every time somebody came up, these same people, the KKK, the Proud Boys, and whoever else, they done voted for somebody. So just to think that they sat at home because somebody else was running for president, you done out of your mind. They didn't sit at home when it come to voting. They voted for maybe Bush. They might have voted for, I don't know who they voted for. They could have voted for Obama. I don't know, but they voted for somebody every time the voting came along because they're a big block of people and they voted for somebody. They just go to the vote poll. So maybe George Bush didn't go out and they didn't come out and just say, hey, we for George Bush, this, that, and the other, like they doing Trump. But George Bush wasn't for this country like Donald Trump is. That's the whole thing. George Bush was down with the Democrats. Basically, he was a Democrat. And I'm going to say that because he wasn't really doing anything for this country. He was just going along with the status quo. You know what I'm saying? The Democrats and Republicans, basically, they are one when it comes to politics and then politicians. Trump is just the outsider. Every other politician, every other president that we had, okay, they was the status quo people. They was going to say they was going to do something, but nobody ever did anything for the American people. Go back and start looking. Who done something for the American? We had a whole black president for 8 years, and the clown did nothing for nobody except for he did it for the Latinos and the gay people. That's all. He never even did nothing for us, period. Okay, the doggone KKK like Trump because he's actually doing something for this freaking country. I can't help it because I like it too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I was having a good conversation with a liberal today, and they was basically telling me that they don't agree. They know it's only two sexes. They know that it ain't right for illegals to be over here. They know this, but they was telling me, well, Blow, you know, I think when it come down to it, I think it's where his voter base is. I think that's what the problem that a lot of us have with him is his voter base.
Yeah, okay. I know.
And I just want to ask you that to see, but you're right, though. You know, it's just the conservative values. You're right. It's just I believe the same thing that they believe, no matter what else they believe outside of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
they'll
I
look
got
at me.
you.
They'll look at me and you like we traitors are going to the other side, or how can you ride with this? You mad at me for having a conservative value and for standing for somebody that's trying to do something for this freaking country. I could care less about the Proud Boys. I could care less about the KKK. I could care less about the voter base over there. All I'm concerned about is me and my family and the people in this country that we get somewhere and try to get somewhere. That's what I care about. If you go with the other side, they're not going to do anything for this country. They're going to keep trying to take everybody downhill. They're trying to make it to where it's just you're rich or you're poor. That's what they're doing. So, you know, I know that they're standing on the wrong side of things just like you do. But it's hard to convince them because they're looking at the wrong thing. Take your eye off of them people because they've been voting for somebody, and put your eye on what's going on in the country. See, these people create a delusion for you to look at the wrong thing, and that's what you're looking at. Dog, you ain't even looking at your pocket. You ain't even looking at your kids. They got you focused on the Proud Boys and the KKK. That's what they want to keep you focused on. And guess who's doing it? The Democrats keeping you focused on that. That's who's doing it.
You're right. You're right, because the Proud Boys and the KKK said they gonna go vote Democrat today. That ain't gonna make the Democrats change their stance.
Exactly. They ain't gonna make them change their stand because they're trying to keep us down. That's the whole thing. The Democrats is trying to keep you down. If not, they wouldn't have such terrible policies. They wouldn't be opening up the country for all these illegals to come in and take every job you got and put you on the bottom and give everybody something you got. If you over on the left side and you can't see that, they got you blinded by racism yourself.
And they stand on it. And they stood on it right in front of everybody at the State of the Union. They
Yeah.
stood on it.
Yeah.
America, the illegal come before you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So when you look at it from that perspective, you should be able to understand where me and you standing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We standing on the right side of things because we trying to get something done. You want to stand over there and hope they give you something, which you can clearly see that they're not giving you nothing. They're giving everybody but you something.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they bringing in people telling them, let me get this, excuse me, let me step over you to get this man this something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give you nothing. So I think that's the problem. It's the voter base that they concerned with. When that voter base been out there, that base, they've been voting for somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some comments that the Epstein files are real. Yeah, we know the Epstein files are real. Yeah, they're real. Yeah, we know they're real. But my thing is you can't put in them what you want to be in them. Just like me and Art was talking about earlier. I know people that do stuff that they ain't got no business doing, but that don't mean I was doing it. Shoot, I done did some stuff that people was around me and they wasn't doing what I was doing.
Right. Yeah, we just happen to meet up at the same places sometime and we talking. I can still have a conversation with them. I know some ruthless people. I'm talking about these people would do anything, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Just like you say. And if they had a foul, and if they had a foul, ought to be in them.
all up through the foul. Yeah, but I ain't did none of what they did. I mean, bro, you know, we can come together and everybody can be out here shooting pool. We can shoot pool together with them. We can hang out on the corner with them. We can talk with them. They can smoke and drink and do everything together out there on the corner. And these jokers leave there and go murk somebody. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. And we didn't know
that don't make you no killer. Yeah, but that don't make us killers.
Exactly. Because I know this killer don't make me the killer. Yeah, I mean, some killers, you don't even know they're killer. They so quiet. I'm sure. What was the dude that killed all them girls up in Charlotte that time? Henry Wallace.
Yeah, Henry Wallace.
He was friends. He was working somewhere, man. Friends with everybody. A cold killer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
the man was friends with a lot of people. And they didn't even know.
They think he good as gold.
Yeah, yeah. And they didn't know. That's what I'm talking about, man. Come on, man.
Joker monster.
So the Epstein files are real. Of course, it's some bad people in there doing some bad things. They hadn't released it because those people are high up. They just arrested Prince Andrew over there. They've been arresting people in different countries. But see, just like I told you, Trump want people arrested. Pam Bondi is not arresting nobody. Okay, Todd Blanche is not arresting nobody. Neither is Cash Patel. They actually working against Trump until Trump fire these people and get rid of them and get somebody in there that's going to do the job. That's a bad. They were snakes. They came under there. Why you think they allowed them people to even become the DOJ, head of the DOJ, and all of this? Because they knew that they was working with the Democrats to start with. They're not going to give Trump no justice and no chance. They ain't going to put nobody in there that's really going to arrest nobody. They say Trump went and had a fit, man. He went and called all MLC. We're going to fire them all. Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, all the whole DOJ. If they wasn't getting started on arresting somebody, they'll go out and arrest some little peon when they ought to be arresting these big people up here. That's the problem. And that's the problem I got rid of. They know they ain't arresting nobody, man. They know they're not really arresting nobody. They'll get on there and Cash Patel will get on there and tell you how many pedophiles he done actually went and arrested, but you ain't arrested nobody big. Clean up them Epstein files. You know what I'm saying? Clean it up. Clean up all them people that's in them files. There's some people in there did some bad things to kids, man. That thing is terrible. Yeah. Even Bill Clinton was laying up in the hot tub with one. They had them, they had that on there with the face blocked out of one of them, you know. But they ain't show who it was. They ain't showed none of that. You know, they ain't showed how old the girl was and stuff like that. He just got through testifying in the House the other day. And he was saying, well, I ain't never heard nothing about Trump being in nothing, about nothing of him ever doing anything. That's what he said out of his own mouth when he was testifying. But it's a lot of big.
You got the Democrats, Trump promised them a pardon, this and just weird stuff, man. Like they just. Man, I don't know. By this time, like I say, they just, it's a lot of weird stuff going on over there.
Yeah,
I don't care, because I'm willing to bet if Trump was a Republican and the Democratic president asked that question, and if everybody sat down, I believe Donald Trump would have stood for that. Because at the end of the day, it's America over anybody illegal in this country. That's common sense. Exactly. That's common sense. You can't sit on that question because you didn't put yourself in that seat. You got people, American people, that believed in you enough to vote you in that seat. You're just a representative. That's it. You sitting down in there like you had the power to put yourself in there. You just gave a middle finger to everybody that appointed you to sit in the room.
Absolutely. So that's a problem.
But don't nobody got half the sense to even notice this stuff, man. Like I say, man, we could just keep going with the stuff these people didn't stand for. Like, these people absolutely stood for nothing.
That's it.
You got the 100-year-old man up there, man. They ain't even stand for the 100-year-old man. Somebody should have been gave him a medal. That man was in a war 50, 60 years ago. Helicopter got shot up. He got shot up. Ain't nobody been gave this man an award.
They ain't gave him nothing, man. It's crazy.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I mean, like I say, man, I don't think we ought to be over there messing with Iran right now because they had no capabilities of even striking the U.S. I don't think we ought to be the world police. I think we ought to get back to business over here and come on and lock up the people we need to be locking up over here. We got some future dictators right here in this country. Okay, let them Democrats get back in.
So you wouldn't call it a win?
What, Iran?
Yeah, you wouldn't call it a win for the people's sake.
I wouldn't call it a win simply because we meddling in somebody else, and because it's only a win for Netanyahu and Israel. It ain't no win for us. It don't really affect us no kind of way. I'm gonna be honest with you. It don't affect this country. How that affect us? They ain't had nothing. They had no type of weapon that could even reach the United States. Period. And Israel already got nuclear weapons themselves. They can take care of Iran. They didn't need us. They didn't need us to do nothing with Iran. They right there got all the nukes that we done gave Israel so many nukes they could just wipe off Iran by themselves right off the doggone map. Why take us? Why need us? We doing their dirty work, man. I don't like it. I'm just saying, I really don't like it. I don't like the way they went over there. It's a cut. I didn't like Gaza. I didn't like them going into Gaza. I didn't like us having nothing to do with Gaza. I didn't like us having nothing to do with Iraq. Running over there for weapons of mass destruction, knowing we ain't doing nothing but stealing something. We've been stealing something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you see what I posted yesterday? I said, shoot, if we might well go and get 500 million more barrels while we over there in Iran. Might as well.
Yeah, well, that's
Hey,
what I'm saying.
Hey, Trump might as well go ahead and grab 500 million of them while he over there.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't did nothing no other president ain't done. He ain't did nothing no other president had done.
And that's the whole thing. You got the Democrats trying to call him out like he doing something new. Like you saying, he doing the type of stuff that they usually support and back and are for.
Well, just because he doing it, they don't like it. I ain't like it when none of them do it. Huh?
Yeah, I feel you. But what I hate is they just I seen on Instagram, somebody had a whole map and they was like the United States and Israel, like they had that thing drawn, but somebody put some money in it. They showed a whole play-by-play of what happened when we bombed them, where they bombed, where they shot their bombs to, where they tried to attack our military bases. I said, damn, what was the play-by-play analysis during the Ukraine war? They do everything in their power to try to make Trump look bad. But y'all ain't put these videos down. Y'all ain't invest this kind of money to making Biden them look bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they had a play-by-play of the whole day yesterday.
Yeah, man. They sure did. What's up, Joe? We see you out there. Yeah, thanks for joining in. Yeah, you're right. But I don't agree with some of the stuff. I ain't never agreed with us minding somebody else's business. I'm the type that like to mind the business at home first. Take care of home. We ain't settled over here yet, man. We still got a lot to work on.
Yeah, we got a mess over here.
Yeah. We got election fraud going on. We got all of this stuff. We got all these treasonous jokers out here. You know, we got them trying to steal the next election already. Man, these people is doing some bad stuff. I'm just saying, we got them trying to get kids and make them boys and make girls boys and boys girls. I mean, we got to stop. We got to take care of this place. What we doing way over there, man?
Yeah, you got the cartel and the gangs.
Yeah,
you got mayors trying to team up with them against ICE. They trying to put the cartel and the gang members in LA against ICE.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got enough problems over here in our country. What we doing over in somebody else's? I don't agree with Trump on that. I just have to tell it like it is. I never have. I never agree with us. Trump said he wouldn't be going in doing no wars. He got to stick to what he said. You know what I'm saying? I got to call him out when they call him out. I'm just calling balls and strikes. I'm not going with somebody just because they somebody. I'm going with you by what you do, by what you say. If you say you're going to do it, do it. He ain't done it. He need to be doing it. He ain't locked up nobody. He need to be locking some people up. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get done what you say you was going to do. You ain't say nothing about you going over there, jumping in no war. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stop the drugs. Okay, you did that in Venezuela. You did that. I agree with that. Okay, Maduro, because they was meddling in our elections and stuff like that. Iran ain't did nothing like that. Leave Iran alone, man, and get back to the house and handle this business. Yeah. Yeah,
I can see how you see it. Like I say, I'm with the people of Iran, and I like that. I say, if anything, I just like the fact that it put a good for the first time he got a voice. He got people in the streets that's actually peacefully on his behalf, and that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, peacefully on his behalf. But I mean, you know, you can have that to any place you go. If you go into any place that's got a dictator, you know, that's why I say where we're gonna stop at next. We got there's a lot of them out there got dictators. You want to go to North Korea or South Korea? I mean, come on. You see what I'm saying? You want to go to North Korea? They got a dictator over there. You ain't running up over in there. Now they got something that can reach over here. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? They got something to reach over here. Yeah, but you ain't messing with them. That's what I'm talking about. Them people will be happy.
I said the people got something to reach over here.
Ooh. Yeah. Let's go jump on China. They got something. Get it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We can't be the police, man. Leave them people alone.
I feel.
That's my point right there. You go jump on somebody just because, man, I know. Leave them folks alone, man. Get your butt back over here. I tell Trump, get your butt back over here, man. Take care of this business at home. Get rid of that DOJ you got, man, and start locking some people up. That's what you need to do. Stop playing around. You ain't locked nobody up. You over there trying to lock somebody else up over there and do all this. Get back here, take care of these clowns we got over here running this country before they get back in charge. See, he got snakes around him right now. He got snakes on his team and don't even know it. He's so caught up in a ball.
Yeah, he better know it. He better know he got enemies up on him, because we know that.
Yeah, he got enemies within.
Because he ain't playing. Because like you say, he ain't your typical politician. Right. He got their money messed up right now. He got a lot of people money messed up.
Yeah, he sure do. He done cut all the programs out. He done stopped the funneling money through Doge, where they was funneling that money in and out. They got artists going all around. Man, we ain't got no time to be messing with nobody else over there. There ain't no threat. Get back over here, man. Handle your business. Yeah, that's just the way I see it. You know, and I get it. I get what you saying too. Yeah, them people happy, this, that, and other. But Trump, man, get back, man. Come on, get back. Yeah. He ain't got long. I tell you, let me tell you this. If he ain't back here handling some business, the midterms is coming up. You got all these fools that's gonna go out there and vote for them Democrats, and you put them back in charge. You think it was ugly when Biden was in? You wait till these clowns get back in and see what you get. See what kind of laws and stuff you get. That's what I'm saying, man. We ain't got no time to be wasting. You ought to be over here locking these clowns up. That's what I'm saying. Getting them out of the way and straightening out this situation.
And I think that's my main thing. I think the reason why I really support Iran is as long as it's quick and swift like Venezuela was. If you could just do that and get that done and get on back, and you know what I mean, in a quick manner, as long as it ain't nothing to draw out a month, 2 months, 3 months, you know what I mean? Long as we can get it done, we should be done. We got the leader. We should be good. Israel should be able to handle everything else from here.
Yeah, but you got people up under them that's fighting back right now. They just killed like four of our people today.
I know they're fighting back now.
Yeah, four of the military people got killed. So you don't know who's stepping up under them people, man. Them people ain't going away easy. They fighting, hitting our bases over there. We got bases strolled out all over there and everywhere else. They hitting the military bases, stuff like that. Don't think they ain't been preparing for a strike from us. If they was any kind of a leader, they would have been preparing for that already. If I was the leader over there, don't you think I'd have been already making some contingency plans for the U.S.? Because knowing and see, I been know we was gonna go strike Iran before it even happened. Why? Because it's part of the Greater Israel. All you had to do is go look at the Greater Israel Project. That was the last thing left. The Greater Israel Project been going on for over 20 years. They was wanting Iran. That was part of the last of the Greater Israel Project. So it was without question that we was going to go strike and bomb them people. I could have told you this 6 months ago. We're going to go over there and we're going to strike them people, and Israel wants to take that country just like they done took everything else over there. It's part of the plan. When I was talking about the Greater Israel Plan 6 months ago, all you had to do was go look it up. And if you'd have looked it up, you'd say, yeah, they're going to go take Iran. I could have predicted this myself. It didn't take a rocket scientist. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see what these people get up to, what these people doing. Just pay attention to what's going on. Look at some real facts, data. That's data. That Israel Project is real. That was real. It's called the Greater Israel Project. Look it up. Yeah, that's what was part of it. Iran was part of the Greater Israel. They went and taken all these little countries, all the Middle East countries. That's what they've been trying to do. Israel. And Netanyahu, he the one been in charge for the last 20 years. And he had this thing set out, and that's what he wanted to do. He didn't care if he took it, kill everybody in there. The man is a psychopath. Yeah. Which I really believe he had something to do with Charlie Kirk. That's
you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Charlie Kirk nodded. Didn't even want nothing to do with it. But we'll get into that later. Okay. That's another topic for another day. Absolutely. Charlie Kirk didn't want nothing to do with him because he was committing that genocide over there, and he knew it. Man, that man leveled every building over there in Gaza. There wasn't nothing but women and kids. They couldn't even protect their freaking self. They didn't have no big weapons and stuff like they had. That's a genocide, man. You look at them buildings and stuff that man did, it was terrible. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he the one staged the false flag to go over there in the first place. Let them people come over there. What you think they're going to do if they get a chance to get a little toehold? He staged that. I mean, man, it's crazy. Yeah, he the one get Hamas money. But that's another topic for another day. I'm just telling you, that man ain't no earthly good. And Trump, you know, they just got something on Trump. That's what Israel got. Israel just got Trump in the clutches of their hand. Stop doing what that man want, man. Get out of there. Trump looking at real estate, not real estate deals too. I call Trump out when I see him because he get the benefit from all that Gaza rebuilding too. Jared Kushner, his son-in-law and stuff, they get to rebuild that stuff and make plenty of money too in his family. So I ain't cutting Trump out. He's just like any other person when it comes to trying to make money while he up there. But I'm just saying, I don't agree with what he's doing. Get back home, man. I agree with that. And I agree with more than any other president because ain't nobody else tried to do a darn thing for this country.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But one thing about it is he will do something. That's the main thing about it. And Kamala and Biden, they said, "Oh, don't." That's what they said. Don't. What you got to say to Iran? Don't.
Don't. That's all he said. Don't. Don't. What that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I give him kudos for we'll do something. If he say he's gonna do it, he's gonna go do it. You know, they didn't try to negotiate with them people like that. They just put up a false narrative like they was going over there to negotiate. They was always gonna go to war, bro. I know that. I could have told you that 6 months ago. They was gonna go over there in Iran and take that. That's what they've been wanting and change the regime. We've been changing regimes, man. Stop changing regimes. Let them people live like they live. That's all we've been up to. The CIA being changing regimes. They the ones set Zelensky up over there where he at now, doing Barack Obama. They set Zelensky in there. We did, the United States. We took out a Democratic elected president and put Zelensky in there because they wanted to go to war with Russia. And they wanted to take Ukraine resources and they really wanted to see Russia fall, but Russia ain't having it. So that's what's been the plan. You got to look back, man. These people crazy. Like you say, they crazy.
These people are crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah, they crazy, man. So we're gonna have to really start digging in, man, and letting the people know what's really going on out here because they lost. The Democrats is lost. And I see what they was asking you about the question they was asking you when it come to they don't like the people that stand with Trump. I get that. That has nothing to do
just like we don't like what they stand for. We don't like what they stand for. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I was talking with this person. They agree with a lot of stuff that I was saying, and I agree with some of the stuff that they were saying, you know. But my thing is you can't, you know, all that, like we call it, that psychopathic pedophilia stuff, man. That stuff, man, that stuff real, man, you know. Because I want to wear a dress today. I can just go up in the girls' bathroom and, you know, anything can happen in there. I mean, this is stuff that we know better than, you know, we know better than this kind of stuff, man. You can't say that you put illegal over an American citizen. Like illegal means break the law. That's like some old, everybody should have been locked up. I mean, it's got to be something in your oath that says you can't do that.
Absolutely. That's crazy. So I mean, you know, they have no policies. They have nothing they run on. All they say is, "I hate Trump because I hate the people that follow him." That's what it really boils down to. That is the nail, the head on the nail, hitting the nail on the head right there. They don't like it because these people like Trump. You can't help who like you. I can't help who like me. If I'm doing something for somebody, I can't help if somebody like it. You know what I'm saying? I still got to do what I got to do. If I'm doing something for the country, these people in the country too, I got to do it for them too.
Yeah.
He ain't did nothing special for the Proud Boys. He ain't did nothing special for the KKK. Not that I know of.
Yeah.
But if you're going to vote for me, come on and vote for me. I don't care if you is a KKK. If you're going to vote for me, vote for me. Especially I'm trying to get elected to do something.
You know, you agree with my policy. Yeah, exactly.
And you agree with my policy, good, because I'm going to help you too in the way I help everybody else. I ain't going to do nothing special for you, but I'm going to just help the country. And just so happen these people like the country. We can't change that. We got more in common, actually, with the Proud Boys and the KKK than we do with most Democrats. That's a shame, but we do. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, what we got. We got more in common with them than we do the Democrats, because we can't stand that pedophilia mess they got going on, first and foremost. And we can't stand all them immigrants coming in, taking everybody's job, All they doing is coming in here, stepping right over us, getting to other positions, other places, and doing stuff like that, getting all
and they
free
just
money.
spoiled little cry, and right now they just acting like little spoiled little crybabies. They just sitting in there crying, oh, Trump this, Trump that.
Yeah,
I mean, good God Almighty, you got the you got the Zelensky girl. Y'all ain't standing for her. I mean, man, them not standing for that little girl that got transitioned against her parents' will and then
yeah,
sent to a school of all boys. They could have done anything to that little girl.
they sure could have. She messed up for real. This is the way she clapped. That's
Yeah,
how she
you
clapped.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's what
yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
right. That's loud. That's loud to her.
Yeah, that's loud. Yeah. They did. They messed her up, man.
And they ain't even stand for it. They did that. They should have stood for that. Y'all did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Say if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. That's a fact.
Yeah. You're right about that. But shoot, we about out of time, man. Like me,
Yeah,
Art
man.
always say, between what I say, what Art say, what's in the comments, the truth is in there somewhere.
Absolutely. One thing for certain,
Two things for sure,
we're gonna tell the truth.
because it's time.
Time to tell the truth, and the truth hurt. Don't
Truth
forget
hurts.
that. The truth hurt. We get on here, we tell the truth every week. We just gonna bring you the truth. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, whether I like it or not. You know?
I feel you. That's the only way to be. That's
Yeah.
it. You got to keep it 100. You can't go nowhere if you go keep it 100. Because hey, I can disagree. You can say 1,000 things, but that 1,001 thing, if I agree with them, I'm gonna say, well, you're right about that.
Right. Exactly.
As
And if
simple
I
as that.
disagree
You
with
know?
it, yeah, if I disagree with it, I'm gonna say, well, I disagree with it. But we know how to disagree with something. We don't have to come to fisticuffs. These jokers get mad because we don't agree with their policy. They ain't got a policy. Then you ask them if they got a policy or explain this to me. You can't got no explanation. All you
Yeah,
got
they
is
say
hate
Chuck
Trump.
Schumer. Yeah. The only policy Chuck Schumer got up right now is to make the LGBTQ flag equivalent in power to the American flag. So
That's
I
what I'm
guess they
saying.
just go. I guess whenever they get back in office, they just go take the American flag down. The
Yeah.
new national flag just go be the LGBTQ flag.
That's what they want, which is totally against everything God even want or like. Come on, man. They destroy the whole city for that. What you gonna do? Put the flag up now to destroy the whole America? Hey, I mean, come on, man. Stuff ain't right. Even animals know better. Even animals know better. Come on, man. We a little better than animals, don't you think? Can't we think a little better than animals?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Come on, man. All right, we're getting ready to wrap it up. We thank everybody for joining in tonight. Hey, we got your cash apps up. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.